I really fell in love with wheelchair rugby. I think because I went from being one of the lowest functioning people to having an important role in a game. I love the team camaraderie and being in a team sport again and being able to be with the team and work together for, a goal has really lit a fire in me to have something to work towards and to pursue.
We got full house. We got our long ball sprint Mandy back one time. We got our long ball sprint Jackson back. Back now. It's just Hey, you got Jack.
Before my accident, I loved sports. I was really athletic, and I grew up the youngest of four with three older brothers, and being competitive was just a part of that. After my accident, I didn't have a sport competitive outlet anymore. So finding adaptive sports years later really reintroduced me into something where I could be competitive again. It is a very male-dominated sport, and when you're new to it, it can be intimidating. But I think for me, I grew up with three older brothers, and I kind of feel like I'm treated as an equal teammate within the rugby community.
Right. And it's gonna feel pretty good being one of a lower number of females in the sport, and you're out there bossing around these other guys that are out there.
Yeah.
Like you've made it to this top level.
So next week, I'm going to the USA tryouts
Nice.
for USA wheelchair rugby team at Lakeshore in Birmingham, Alabama. It's always an honor to just be invited to tryouts. I think every time that I go,
Yeah.
I learn something.
It's a good learning experience. Just taking back to your club team and just applying it there as well.
Yeah.
Here's your competition when you go.
I like to focus on myself and try to improve on my numbers from the year before.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm hoping to see is just improvement in my personal aspect.
That'll be fun. It's exciting to go there. Just get that whole new learning experience from the top rugby players in America.
My spinal cord injury is a result of a car accident, and that happened on November 28th, 2003. I was 13 years old, and it was the day after Thanksgiving. After an injury like this, you think there's nothing that you can do anymore. You miss a lot of your old activities. It was such a huge change from being so active. I played soccer, I was a cheerleader and a dancer, and going from that to, being paralyzed from the chest down and in a wheelchair, it was a hard transition, definitely in the beginning. But along with, the supportive family, supportive community, my school, everyone there was just very supportive. And it's like a roller coaster, having to learn how to do everything again, but in a different way, takes a lot of effort, and you just constantly pressing forward and not giving up. So I found Sportable at a very pivotal point in my life. I was in a doctorate program and ended up having to withdraw. So at that point, I was in a slump of what am I going to do now? So I went out and I signed up for pretty much everything that I could that first year, just to try out so many things that I didn't even know that were options or available to me before. And then the second year I was with Sportable, they received a grant to form a wheelchair rugby team. And when I first heard about it, I did not think that it was something that I could do because I used a power chair before. I didn't have any issues pushing the rugby chair. So that motivated me to work towards getting a manual chair for my everyday life instead of a power chair, which was a huge transition. I've always found that getting out of your comfort zone has so much benefit. Anytime that I've done something scary or something that I didn't really want to do and I did it, I would see growth after that. Saying yes to things that might be scary or might be outside of your comfort zone, just try it. And usually there's so much benefit gained from that and so much growth. And I've found that to be true in my experience too.